When the Holy Rosary and St. John parishes in Hadley joined in 1998 to form Most Holy Redeemer Parish, it was among the earliest mergers in the Diocese of Springfield. They would be seen as the forerunner for the many mergers to follow. Steve Kiltonick paid a visit to Most Holy Redeemer Parish in the occasion of its 25th anniversary.
One holy name she blesses.
On August 27th, parishioners of Most Holy Redeemer Parish in Hadley gathered to celebrate their 25th anniversary. Springfield Bishop William Byrne concelebrated the special Mass with Father Doug McGonigal, the pastor, Father Piotr Paulus, and Father Charles Kuzmeski. After the Mass, a dinner was served in the parish hall, and parishioners reminisced of bygone days with the various memorabilia on display. Most Holy Redeemer was established in 1998 when Holy Rosary and St. John the Apostle parishes merged. Prior to 1915, there were no parishes in Hadley, with clergy from neighboring towns administering to the Catholic community. At the turn of the 20th century, a group of Poles sent a delegation to Springfield Bishop Thomas Bevan, requesting a Polish priest to serve the growing population. Bevan sent Father Julius Jaworek to minister to them as an assistant at St. Bridget's in Amherst. He later became Holy Rosary's first pastor. The Poles then bought the Russell Church for $2,000 and made it their first house of worship. In 1915, the original Holy Rosary Church was transported to this location by a team of horses, which pulled the structure on a series of rollers. The parish grounds consisted of the church, rectory, and convent, which housed sisters from the Daughters of Mary of the Immaculate Conception who were in charge of religious education. Over the ensuing century, many Polish priests served as pastors, curates, and assistants. The Poles formed many societies, including the Holy Rosary Sodality, St. Anne's Sodality, and the Holy Name Society. In 1955, a beautiful marble statue of the Blessed Virgin Mary was erected on parish grounds, and an electric rosary, believed to be the only one in the country, lit up Mary for those passing by. Inside the church is a stained glass window dedicated to St. Isidore, the patron of farmers. Many Holy Rosary parishioners emigrated from Poland to work the fertile soil of Hadley. Farming remains an important part of the community.
In the Connecticut River Valley, they have incredible soil. The land is incredibly flat here and in North Hadley, and then on the other side of the river in Hatfield. They're big farms, and there's still a lot of agriculture.
In the early days, tobacco and onions were the main crops.
Corn through most of the year. Asparagus is what Hadley's known most for. They used to have the big asparagus festival. Pumpkins, squash, cucumber, everything, really.
In 1967, Joan and Ed Smola came to Hadley and joined Holy Rosary. Ed started a dental practice. They had 4 children, all of whom received the sacraments at Holy Rosary. Both were involved in various church ministries.
I got involved in religious ed, eventually became the coordinator of religious education here. I've been on the parish council, I've done RCIA. We're both lectors and Eucharistic ministers.
The old Holy Rosary Church had a traditional look.
I thought the church was attractive from the outside and the inside. It was really quite beautiful. It was very ornate in the inside, in my opinion. Paintings on the walls, everything, the stained glass. The altar area was very nice.
Father Joseph Sitkowski was a much-beloved pastor when the Smolas first arrived. Father Adrian Benoit was another favorite. Established in 1915, St. John the Apostle was Hadley's territorial church for anyone who didn't have Polish blood. St. John's was referred to as the Irish parish, but various ethnic groups made up the congregation.
It was.
Kathy Tudrin became a parishioner in 1959.
No, it was wonderful. It was always full on Sundays, right up to the very end. Nice camaraderie among the parish members. It was great experience.
During a major remodeling project in the early 60s, a velvet curtain was removed unveiling the stained glass window of St. John, the patron saint of the church, with a symbolic eagle, quill, and scroll. It was donated by the parishioners, the women of North Hadley. Father John Hughes served as pastor for over 30 years.
Father Hughes was a retired Navy chaplain, and he was quite unique. He rode in the Memorial Day parade every year or walked it while he could, and always in his uniform, but he was very, very welcoming.
Tudrin said Father Duquette and Father Murphy were also very congenial. After 50 years, the Holy Rosary building was showing its age, and in the late 60s, planning began for a new church structure. Ed Small was the chairperson of the parish council when the radical design of the church was being discussed.
I'm not sure it was that well received with all the parishioners, though, because it was different. You know, it was a whole completely different concept. I liked it.
A big crowd attended the church dedication in September 1974. Various stained glass windows reflected saints with Polish heritage. In 1990, another big project, the Father Adrian Benoit Parish Center, was completed. Today, the parish remains as vibrant as ever with many ministries, such as the Hadley Food Pantry, weekend meals, a prayer shawl group, and Rosary Sodality. The Fall Pierogi Fest is the big fundraiser for the parish.
Pierogi making is a ministry. It takes a lot of people and it's very labor intensive, but the folks that come in and the pinchers, we call them, it's a great time for them to socialize.
While the parish doesn't have as many parishioners as it once did, an encouraging sign are the young families with children who are returning to the 10:30 a.m. Mass. Children said Father Doug is a big reason for the recent youth resurgence, as evidenced by Paul Kozub and his family who attended the anniversary Mass. Kozub, the founder of V1 Vodka, purchased the closed St. John's Church in 2014 and converted it into his business.
I love this parish. I think it's been so much a part of our lives and our kids' lives, and I'm just so happy that we ended up here.
A pastor here for just over a year, Father Doug is optimistic that the parish will continue to grow.
The main purpose of the parish is to get souls into heaven. Is to make the sacraments available for the people, to help them grow in their Christian faith so that they can live in the sure and certain hope of one day making it into heaven.
For Reel to Reel in Hadley, I'm Steve Kiltonick.